concept.
Oh, the 7 habits. I've heard
Tonight the topic is first things first. You got that, guys? You got to know what the priorities are in life. You don't know the priorities, how are you gonna?
There's a book on this.
Oh, hey, it's right in front of your face. Look at that. 7 habits of highly effective people. We've got living the habits with
Stephen
Covey. Yeah, he's a good guy.
I recognize this.
You know, I just saw him unfortunately giving a whole speech. You know, everything up until now I've seen is amazing. But then he's very into his religion. You know, which that's where we part ways. But you got to disagree to agree and agree to disagree. So I just take out the good parts, the parts that relate to us. You know.
I don't know, Rabbi. There's so many good options.
Well, right now it's first things first. What's the first things first? Is there other people here yet?
He's very into religion.
So let's go. First things first. What's the first things first? He's very into spiritual in balancing, because that's part of the when you're working out the priorities, you got to know like in life, there's spirituality has to be one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Torah, the idea is you have to be a God-centered person, meaning your main priority is to serve God, to do His will. That's like a priority. You know, saying the Shema every morning and night is a priority. Yeah, it's not such a big mitzvah. It doesn't take hours. It takes a few minutes, but it's priority to bring down the unity of Hashem. Yeah, these type of mitzvahs, because people gave up their lives in the Holocaust for this mitzvah. You understand? They're screaming out the Shema.
They're screaming out Shema.
Yeah, they were giving up their life for the unity of Hashem throughout history, through the pogroms. You know, just become one of us and you can stay alive. I mean, the Holocaust wasn't so easy, but in other times in history, we could have just joined the other religions. Could have got out a lot of programs. Holocaust, there wasn't much of an option, but even then, even the most irreligious people went away with the Shema Yisrael on their lips. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is, but the key is to live with Mesiras Nefesh, to live in this world, not to leave the world, and that's the idea. The priority of bringing out Hashem in your 12-hour time slot of day and a 12-hour time slot of night. Hashem wants to do at the beginning of those time slots to make Hashem one in the world.
Why do we only say it twice a day or 3 times?
Because it's 12-hour time slot of the day and 12-hour time slot of the night. There's actually 12 words. Shema Yisrael, Shem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, and then Baruch Shem Kavod Malcham Bed is 12 words, which is connected to the 12 hours you're about to go ahead into. So you got the 12 hours of the night, 12 words, and all those 12 words in Kabbalah it's called Yichud Ilah, Yichud Tata. It's a Yichud from above and a Yichud below. So you're bringing down a big unity in the world, in the night and the day, and for your whole life. From the time you know how to say it, that's one of the first mitzvahs to teach a child to how to say Shema. The first thing to teach him to speak is say the Shema, and until 120, and every night you go to bed you say the Shema. That's also another way of saying the Shema. That's also a very powerful thing.
You should teach
the idea, that's just an example of priorities, the spirituality to bring out the unity in your life, not just to mumble the words. Even if you mumble the words, you still get the mitzvah, but to actually connect to it a little bit. Think about what the word is of echad, of oneness, what it means to make Hashem one in the world. What does it mean to link yourself? These kind of ideas. So then your whole life's a different headspace. You understand? So, but he gives a list of what you have to consider. He makes lots of charts, and a person has to work out a schedule, time management. You heard of the idea of time management? When you're learning the Gemara and Halachas, you know about time management. Yeah? Time management. You learn the Gemara and Halachas. It's all to do with time management. The whole thing's time management. It's time orientated. There's a time for it, and there's an end of time that you're no longer able to do the mitzvah. So Hashem Himself has set out in the Torah time management.
Yeah, a lot of the mitzvot are time bound.
Time bound, very good.
It's only obligated on men. Why is that?
Yeah, the time bound mitzvahs are only obligated on men.
Yeah. So excuse me, positives. Mrs. Lawrence said, yeah. So now we're getting into your learned people over here, so we can start discussing the in and outs of mitzvahs.
Why is that?
So women are intrinsically attached to Hashem's Ratzon. We say the blessing.
Are intrinsically attached.
Yeah, Hashem made a woman. We like to talk about women. Before we were talking about drugs, and now we're talking about women. Yeah, I like to keep the topics very interesting. So
that is not comfortable.
Yeah, please don't do that again. For your own sake and for me.
Do you understand, Rabbi?
Yeah, we're giving sheets out tonight for everyone who didn't get. So this idea of a woman, you say Kurat Sona, I talked about it in the morning. A woman has an intrinsic connection to doing Hashem's will. She doesn't need all these extra obligations time-wise to bind her up into that. You got that, brother? Where's your cool hat? Where's your baseball hat?
Also made according to His will.
It brightens my day to see it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But we were also made according to
I
His
was
will.
made differently.
No, but
What?
women are like more spiritual beings, he says.
Yeah, women have an intrinsic connection.
But-
Bro, do you agree? You know women? You have a mother, you have a sister, they're crazy, but they also have an ability to attach themselves to really what's right. Women are less driven to craziness as men. We're a bit more wild, yeah?
Some girls are a bit.
Nowadays things are starting to flip out, but I'm saying the traditional model
We were
was
also made according to
It all
His will.
changed in this
We
century.
were also
yeah,
made
the
according to
century
Hashem's
flipped
will.
out, huh?
We were also made Shasani
Yeah, last-
No, but we were made Shalas Ani Isha. We're made.
Why do we have to be thankful that we're not like...
We're not, because that's the whole thing
Do
of
you
a
want a
man.
period?
Yeah.
I'm thankful
not
I'm
what
not a
no.
woman.
Okay, let's chill
Why
out.
don't women have to
Yeah,
say,
there's a
why don't
man.
women have to say, thank you God for not making me a man?
Because bottom line, what we have to know for ourselves,
Do you want to be a
guys.
Hermes?
Let's keep the comments positive, yeah. So what we have to know, I know, it had a lot of implications. So bottom line,
Negative connotations, brother, absolutely not.
okay, good.
All in good fun.
I have to judge you positively also. Now listen, this is the summary of the 7 habits. Whoever wants a copy, hopefully you won't sue me for passing them out. But anyway, it's all to get you into his book, so he should be very happy. Funny enough, I just pulled out the unique experience of Judaism and women. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, but the bottom line is, what if funny enough as well, look at that, I have a time chart here. I have a time chart, a schedule. Guys, schedule, you see that? You've got to keep a schedule. Rabbi, schedule. But be on time. I'm just saying. See, there's a schedule here, you see? Guys, you got that? Yeah. So that's the whole thing, the schedule. Remember that when you came to Ashreinu and they sent you the package at the beginning of the year and there was a times, there was schedule, you remember that? Yeah. Yeah, I sound like Rabbi Yidden almost now, yeah? You know, remember guys, there's a schedule, you know? Like, I don't know how to do it. Huh?
It wasn't right after the beginning of the year.
Yeah, it was like before the year. So that's ended up in your, like, you know,
Amazing, right?
It's awesome.
in your loose paper collection over there, yeah? So, guys, you know, if one of the guys, his Sport Illustrated ended up in the dustbin, I'm sure your schedule also did. Yeah? He was telling me it took him 10 minutes to go find it from the dustbin, which is one of the reasons why he was late looking for Sports Illustrated. Anyway, you can find 100 reasons why to miss something, yeah? But from this book, if you listen to him, he's effective. He's putting these principles down. Let's just go over quickly the first 2 so we're not... John the man, yeah? You got a beautiful belly, but I'm Ellie belly, yeah? But the idea is... Yeah, beer belly. But the bottom line is, yeah? Thank God. So I got really into this idea of the 7 habits because I suddenly realized that without this kind of like down-to-earth approach, you know, learning Torah is a Gavaldic thing. And if you learn Halacha, you can probably get all of this. But we're coming with a different type of language in our minds. You know, like we're programmed differently. We've been programmed by a media world, and we picked up a lot of things that maybe the Jewish world before didn't need. Like, so we have this all inside us. We have to find words that relate to us and talk to us, especially in the way the society is now. So the 7 habits is like a great way of getting there. And the first 2, which we're going to, you know, say out, the first one is being proactive. Proactive. Guys, who knows what proactive? I want to hear a summary from somebody.
I like emotional things.
Conscientious.
Read the emotional things.
That's a good yeah, that's a really important one. Really important.
Oh yeah, I underlined a bunch of stuff.
That's a really important one.
What?
Now,
Read the book yet?
oh yeah, good. Here we go. So being proactive. What would you say proactive is? Come on, guys.
You know, like getting up...
Rabbi,
from
when's the
midnight?
book coming in, by the way?
Yeah,
Copies,
that's
when
true.
are
Rabbi,
they
I'm
coming
gonna
in?
want the book back tonight because I can.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give it.
One of the many
Um,
reasons.
Proactive. What's proactive, guys?
Getting up from
Come on,
midnight.
anyone's been here before?
Rabbi, when are we getting books, by the way? It's
Oh, he's meant to have them already. I don't know what's going on. So he already got one from Amazon, but he's waiting for the
right, he's
rest.
waiting for us.
He got a different. Yeah. So we're gonna have the books as well. So, but I just want to
Taking
know
initiative.
outside. What do you think being
Being
proactive?
proactive is
Taking
going to create a
initiative.
force in your own life.
Oh,
Taking initiative.
genius. All right. Now the second one is begin with the end in mind. What's the beginning of it? So that's how I really felt this Holocaust survivor, who I recorded and put it up a little bit, the audio at least. She. By the way, anyone's got an audio machine and can record this and send it to me and actually send it to me?
I don't have my phone.
Does anyone have audio? You have audio on your machine?
I think so.
And we actually work sending it to me because every other guy.
That I can't promise.
You can try.
Israel's very whack.
From Ellie from Telly, you gotta know that.
Yeah, I'm on early on telly.
Because everyone that recorded it for you is on like an iPhone.
Also, my phone's not going to make it through the class. It's at 17.
So just do as much as you want. Whatever it is, and it'll be something to work with.
I've actually,
Just in case the camera goes
I have no memory on my phone currently. I can't
Here we
take
go.
pictures anymore. It's a problem.
I left my audio device at
Took
home.
pictures of man.
It could happen to us. That wasn't organised, you see. My time management was off. But that's why we're learning it together, because I need your help. As much as I'm talking, I want you to collaborate. I gave some basic introduction class. We talked about being proactive. We talked about it a lot. I talked about begin with the end in mind. Yeah? Begin with the end of the mind. What do you think begin and end in mind means? What's your name, Rabbi? The first time I'm talking to you.
Amyad.
Amyad. Wow, nice to meet you.
Nice
Eddie.
to meet you.
Yeah. So this is the... Yeah, it sounds good.
Sort of works.
It will work. So now, begin with the end in mind, guys. That is the Holocaust survivor we heard. The idea that there's a purpose to this world. There's a mission. You're on a mission. And I want all of you to write your mission statements. I've recently now... It's my card. I've recently now not only written my own mission statement here, but on my computer upstairs I have my family mission statement, and I've used his website. It's a very useful tool. It's called the Franklin Covey Mission Statement Builder. It was very helpful. Help me build a mission statement. He does the hard work on his website. He just asks you the questions. You just, answer back and you'll be fine. So guys, I really recommend trying to go on that website. I'll send you the link if you want.
You send me the
Mission
link?
statement, yeah. And you could build, it will help you build a mission statement for yourself. Please God for your family. That could be your own family back in England or in America where I come. It could be your new family you're going to build. You could have your group mission statement. We could try and make one together. I did write one actually here. Here's the
What
group
would be
one.
the difference?
Here's the group one for this group.
What would be a difference between
And we write a
group
business
mission
one.
statement than-
Excuse me?
What would be the difference between a group mission statement and a personal mission statement?
Because obviously the group has different goals than the person
I
has.
guess so. Right.
So, Mitch showed me his, which is very nice.
I may have just made a comment to Jake that shouldn't be on the recording, so for posting you should go through 3 minutes in and then leave a certain part.
1 minute in.
Yeah.
F-bomb has been dropped.
F-job.
Derogatory.
F-job is
I made a mission statement
to not say an F-bomb. That would be a good part of your mission statement.
effing
Intercourse
B-word
with
and
women
getting
and then
paid.
obtaining
Yeah.
currency.
Okay, that's fine. It was a funny comment. No, you're allowed to have a sense of humour in this generation, don't worry. Yeah, I mean, you can always work on cleaning up your speech, but that's all good. We're all working on it.
Sorry.
It's a general process. It's during this time, we're during these 6 weeks with a special time for Pasha's Bo. We're kicking out. Can you believe you can hear my voice, guys? I can even take off my scarf. I can start getting into this, guys. What's the whole thing with Bo? What's Paro? Paro is Peira, evil mouth. Moshe's Hashem. We've got to be spiritual. Our mouth, we've got to use it good, positive, not like evil mouth Paro. We've got to use our mouth good. Yeah, before that, evil mouth Paro. That's the way to look at him. Peira. Yeah, but we have to use our mouth good. This during these 6 weeks, a special time. God's giving you and me and everyone else in the world, especially Jewish people of all people, because we went out of Egypt. He's giving us a certain time to get out of our limits, our restrictions. So right now, if bed's keeping you away from keeping a schedule, if your girlfriend's keeping away from keeping a schedule, if you're, just your iPhone's keeping away from keeping a schedule, the videos, all the movies at night, whatever it is keeping you from focusing on the priorities in your life, yeah, movie time. But you can watch one movie, you have to watch 20 movies, you understand?
One like a week.
One, just the one, please. Like in England, the Alkies. Just the one. It ends up being just the one, and then go for that, and they get another 10.
That's Ireland.
Ireland. He's from Ireland. What? He's not from Ireland.
From Ireland.
I'm just joking because I have red hair.
That doesn't mean there's no such thing. I'm not going to get into red hair, especially with you around.
No, my dad has red hair.
Exactly. I was thinking that. Now listen, yeah. So he's from the Baal Shem Tov. So Baal Shem Tov was from David Melech, and he had red hair. So what can you do?
had red hair?
Yeah, he did. He says Edomi. He calls him Edomi. He took the power of red hair, this energy that you've got, and he used it to do good things.
From David Melech?
Yes, from descendant. You're a descendant.